Welcome. My name is Emily Schickli, and I am honored that you have decided to journey with me in this movement practice. I'm going to be combining a variety of different disciplines designed to support you in getting out of your head, putting away those stressors, the to-dos, the responsibilities, so that you can drop into your body and be in the now. So if you're ready for all of that goodness and to move and feel good and play and have fun on your mat, so you can feel even better off your mat, let's go ahead and get started with a deep breath. So close your eyes for a moment. Take a big breath into your belly, pushing it out in front of you. Inhale into your heart. Exhale out your mouth. Beautiful. Let's get started. Have your knees nice and wide, or you can bring your knees together. Arms out in front of you, or if you have your knees together, feel free to also bring your hands behind you, tucking your chin all the way into your chest, maybe resting on the top of your head or even on your forehead. Take a big breath into your belly. Exhale out your mouth, let it go. Now inhale into your upper back, your back body, really spreading your shoulder blades. Exhale, release out your mouth. Big breath in. Again, sending your inhales into the back of your body. Exhale out your mouth, let it go. Good. And flop your arms forward if they were back. Rise up onto your hands and knees, stacking your hips on top of your knees, shoulders on top of your hands. See if you can squeeze your elbows in towards your midline so that you have a nice joint stack here. Fingers nice and wide. Big breath in, dip your belly down for cow pose. Exhale, round your back for cat. Inhale, come back to a neutral spine. Reach your right arm all the way up. Exhale for the needle, drawing it underneath your left elbow. You can optionally rest your head all the way down on your mat, or you can stay slightly propped depending on your range of mobility today. Big breath in. Exhale, unwind, reach all the way back up. Switch sides. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, tuck it underneath. Get an option here to rest your head on your mat like I am doing now. Or you can go for a partial twist depending on how your shoulder is feeling. Take a big breath in. And exhale, let it go. Inhale here. As you exhale, unwind, reach all the way back up to the sky. Big stretch through your upper back and your chest. Exhale, bring back to center. Inhale, shift your weight forward. So we're going through a modified plank pose to start. Zip up your legs, squeezing your inner thighs. Activate your glutes by squeezing those muscles. Inhale, lift up out of your chest. So we have a tendency to kind of look down and have a curve in our back. See if you can lift up so you have more of a flat back. Exhale, bend your elbows to slowly lower down to your mat. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, release your hands. Walk them further up your mat. I'll scooch so you can see. Tent your elbows up like tiny mountains. Cobra modification. Inhale, lift up out of your heart. Exhale, melt your forehead down. Good. One more of those. Inhale, lift up out of your heart. Exhale, forehead down. Hands come by your shoulders. Exhale, tuck your toes. Press up into plank pose. Downward facing dog. Take a moment here to set yourself up for success in our flow today. So that might mean you come down to child's pose just to kind of reset, pull your pants out, whatever you need to do. Or maybe you're hanging out in downward facing dog and bending one knee or the other to stretch out your calves, your Achilles. Then come to stillness in your downward facing dog. Take a big breath in and exhale out your mouth, stick out your tongue. Good. One more of those. Inhale. Exhale, stick out your tongue. Inhale, bend your knees, look towards your hands. You can hop or take a big step, maybe tippy toes all the way up to reach your hands, finding a forward fold. Bend your knees nice and deep here. Interlace your wrists into your elbows. Exhale. Maybe wag your tail or shift your arms from side to side, just getting a little bit of a loosening in your low back. You can also bob and weave here, gazing up at your navel to really release your neck. You need to walk your feet out a little bit wider. You can do that for a more stable base. And bend your knees even more deeply if your hamstrings are really yelling at you. Inhale, release your hands. Exhale, bend your knees. So your chest is almost hovering on top of your thighs. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. Slowly stack your spine to rise. Inhale, arms float. Exhale, hands to heart. You can close your eyes here for a brief moment. If there's any intention that you want to set for your flow today, maybe it's how you want to feel in your body. Maybe it's how you want to feel afterwards. Or maybe there's just one word, something, some energetic that you've been really craving in your life. Might be grounding, might be heart open, might be feeling good. Breathe in the energy of that intention, that focus for you. When you're ready, exhale, forward fold, hips press back, dive down. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins, flat back, squeeze your belly tight. Exhale, place your hands into your mat, step back for your plank pose. Option to go right to your knees into that modified plank that we started class with, where you can stay up on your toes for a full plank. I'm going to demo the modified version, so you can unhook your toes, shift your weight forward. So again, lifting up out of your heart, bend your elbows halfway, slowly taking your time, lower down, all the way to the mat. If you are in the full plank variation, you could go into up dog if you prefer, or you can come down into cobra, belly on the mat. Inhale, lifting your forehead up towards the sky, out of your chest. Exhale, melt forehead to mat. Inhale, come back to tabletop. We're gonna activate our core a little bit here. A couple of bear variations. One of my favorites. They're kind of a killer. I'm gonna go a little bit gentle here because my ankle and foot are still recovering, but I'll demo so you can kind of see what we're doing, and then I'll also show the modified version. So for bear, you'll tuck your toes, squeeze your belly tight, hover your knees 1 to 2 inches. So you kind of want to look back behind you so your knees are in line with your heels. Now, if you want to do a variation on this, you can just lift up one leg. So I'm hovering here. You can even add in a little bit of a clamshell if you want to go for that lower body intensity. And then exhale, you can switch legs. And if you're still holding that regular bear, we're almost there. Big breath in. Exhale out. And release. Both knees to the mat. Take a child's pose. You can bring your hands together, clapping them over your head. Little shark fin variation. Where you can bring the backs of your hands together and point your fingers towards the back of your body. So you're kind of rolling into your wrists a little bit. Maybe a little hard to see on the video, but if you bring the knuckles together of each hand, and then you can rest your hands behind your head. Inhale to release, go back to tabletop, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring both feet together. Exhale, kick your right leg up to the sky. Inhale, bring your knee to your nose. Hold here. Exhale, bring your knee to your right elbow. Left elbow. Inhale, step it through. Exhale here, lower your back heel down for warrior 2. So you want to have your back foot at kind of a 45-degree angle. Press through your right heel to rise. Arms open up at a T. Big breath into your belly. Exhale, flip your palm, reach forward and back. Reverse warrior. Inhale, see if you can spiral up out of your chest, lifting up to the sky. Check down. You can take a little peek here, look down at your front knee. Is it stacked right over your ankle or is it jutting out? See if you can bring it slightly behind your heel. Check your joints. Exhale, bring your arms to a T. Triangle pose, straighten your front knee. Reach forward. My hips almost always pop here. Pausing here, we're going to do a little bit of some core work in triangle pose. So exhale, bring your right hand down to your shin, left arm up. I'm gonna have a micro bend in this front knee. So we don't want to have a lock or joints here. Take a big breath in. You can gaze up at your left palm if that's not too wobbly for you, or you can gaze down at the ground for a little bit more grounding. Now squeeze from your left oblique, so the left side body, tucking your belly button in and up. Reach up, almost like you're holding a weight in your left palm. Inhale to lower back down. Let's do two more. So exhale, squeeze. The key is to go slow. It actually makes it a lot harder. Almost like we actually have weights here. Inhale, slowly lower back down. See if you can track your body. Almost like you are up against a wall here. And if you are, you can use that to make sure that you're as parallel as possible. So you're in this flat plane. Nice, let's do one more. Squeeze your belly before you rise, take your time. Lift up. From the top, come back into warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel down. Rotate your back heel, step back for plank pose. Option to move through your vinyasa, your chaturanga, dandasana. Knees can go down, or you can stay up, shifting forward, bending at your elbows, and moving into cobra pose, or maybe up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do the other side. So inhale, bring your feet together. Exhale, kick your left leg up. Inhale, bring your knee to your nose. Exhale, knee to left elbow, right elbow. Inhale, step it through. Exhale, lower your back knee, your back foot. Inhale to rise up, warrior two. So take a moment here, check in with your alignment. You might notice we have some asymmetry in our bodies, just naturally. So you might notice maybe your right hip or your left hip is more open. See if you can wrap intentionally or energetically wrap your inner thighs up and around and back behind you. Really get that external rotation. Arms out of T. Big inhale here. Exhale, flip your palm, reverse. Inhale. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front knee. Again, keeping that slight bend. Exhale, reach out, pull. Inhale, tilt down. Triangle pose. Core work on this side, big breath in. Again, focusing on your side body, right above your hip crease. Squeeze your belly in to start. Exhale, slowly rise up. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, take your time. Sometimes going down is almost harder. Exhale, lift. Notice if there's any shaking in your body, that's new energy coming in. Inhale, and warrior two. Take a big breath in here, flip your palm, reverse. Evening out, rebend your front knee. Exhale, cartwheel down. Inhale, step back, plank pose. Option move through your vinyasa, or you can just take a moment, rest in child's pose, depending on how you're feeling in your body. If you're following along with your flow, find your cobra or your up dog. Inhaling here. Exhale, downward facing dog. You're gonna do that one more time each side. So inhale, pick your right leg up. Exhale, bring it to your nose. Right elbow, left elbow. Inhale, step through. Exhale, warrior two. So we're moving a little bit faster this time. Inhale, flip your palm, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach forward, triangle pose. Exhale, squeeze to lift up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, squeeze. Last one. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, warrior two, rebend. Flip your palm, exhale, reach back. Inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel. Inhale, find plank pose. Option again to take that break or modify, moving through your vinyasa. Exhale, down back. Other side, inhale, left leg. Exhale, step through. Right elbow, left elbow. Inhale, land. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip your palm. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, straighten your knee. Triangle pose. Inhale here. Exhale, reach up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, reach up. Inhale, release. Exhale, reach. Inhale, warrior two. Bend your knee. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, cartwheel down. Exhale, step back plank. Big inhale at the top. Exhale, option move through your flow. Downward facing dog. You can drop down to child's pose if you like. Maybe reaching your arms out long if that feels good. You can stay in downward facing dog. Maybe pedal out your heels again. On our time here. Cool. Take a big breath in wherever you are. Exhale, stick out your tongue. Good. One more big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Lower back down to tabletop. We're going to come back to those bear variations. So again, option to simply lift one knee at a time. It's kind of like a bird dog variation. Or you can do the full variation where you are tucked in and hovering both knees. So take a big breath, choose your poison. And when you're ready, go ahead and squeeze, exhale out, lift. Holding here for 3, 2, 1, lower knees back down. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, come back to neutral. We'll do that 2 more times. So exhale, press up, bear pose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower knees. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. You notice I got longer there? It's a little secret surprise there. We're gonna do that one more time. So when you're ready, again, you can modify by just doing one knee if that feels better for you. Take a big breath in, exhale out, lift up for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, almost there. 1, lower down. Inhale, out. Exhale, cat. Inhale, child's pose. Take a big breath out. Inhale, reach your arms behind you, pressing into the backs of your hands and arms. Tuck your chin all the way into your chest, finding rabbit pose. You can come up onto your heels here, catching them with your hands if that feels good. Make sure to round your upper back. Really breathing into the back of your body. And exhale out. Inhale, unwind, coming back to tabletop. We move into pigeon pose. I heard a rumor we have a sore lower body. So bring your right knee up to your right wrist. Swing your left, or swing your shin or your foot towards your left arm, and then inch your left leg back. So that's kind of a little secret trick to get into pigeon pose. Oftentimes you'll see in class, people will go from downward facing dog. I find this actually gives a little bit better alignment because you actually get your hip wide enough. So you can stay here, you can prop up onto your fists if you want more leverage. You can also go into camel cobra, reaching for your back foot, or you can nestle on down, take a nice relaxing pose, maybe stacking your fists. Relax your forehead on top. Breathe into your hip crease. And out your mouth. Just bringing your heart rate down if it got elevated. Telling your body we're no longer in fight, flight, freeze. Something to de-stress. Inhale, release your hands, coming back up, propped up. Exhale, tuck your left toes to give you kind of some leverage here, and you can swing your foot back. Finding your tabletop, we'll do the other side. So bring your left knee all the way up to your left wrist. And then swing your foot over towards the right side. Exhale, inch your right leg back. You have an option to go down. That felt good. On the other side, maybe you were up in king pigeon, catching your back foot for a little quad stretch too. Take a big breath in and exhale now. It's a little bit deeper. Make sure to keep your left foot flexed as much as possible just to protect your knee joints. You kind of want to have your weight center in this pose. So sometimes this pose can be really intense, especially when we sit a lot. So we have these sort of like trapped emotions in our body. Just breathe in to that space wherever you're feeling tension, or exhale out. Maybe come back to your intention for today's movement. And just let that wash over you. And inhale, let it release. Back up onto your hands, inching your foot forward. And exhale back to tabletop. Give yourself a nice wiggle in your spine. Just a little shimmy side to side. Maybe you take a couple barrel rolls here. And switch directions. Good. And go ahead and sit back onto your heels, kick your legs out in front of you, finding a seat. Knock your legs down, using your body for some moments break. Full stretch break. Now I'm going to teach you a very cool mobility move for your hips. This is something that I've been doing a lot because I have really tight hips. So hopefully you'll benefit from it too. So you might want to turn on your mat so that you're sideways like I am. Legs kind of splayed out, almost like you're going to go for a little hamstring stretch. Then prop up one foot. So planting it firmly on the ground or your mat. You'll slightly rotate. So you want to keep your ankle in line with your knee. So you don't want to just move your leg and then bend at the ankle, but rotate on your hip. So you can see how I kind of a straight line here. My ankles are very bendy. So working on it, you can press your heel back. And the goal here is to keep your seat flat. And you want to bring your knee as close to the ground as possible without crossing over the extended leg. So when I first started doing this mobility stretch, my knee couldn't go past here. So even just in a few short weeks of doing this, my hip mobility has really improved, which is great. So we don't really do a lot of that in yoga. It's kind of more about the hamstrings. And then you'll rotate open as well, so that you can get that full rotation in your hip joint. The goal is to get up to 10. We're only going to do maybe 5 today, just for the sake of flow. But if you want to adopt this mobility practice, the goal is to get up to 10, meaning you want to stop if you have a lot of fatigue or discomfort with this practice. So listen to your body. And even if you're not getting up to 5 today, that's okay. Know that this is something new. So we'll do just one more. Just take your time here. It's not about flailing side to side. This is about slowly increasing mobility, and you don't want to press too hard. Like you don't want to activate your knee. So if you feel that tendon get really tight, just stop before it does. All right, other side. So stomp your left foot down. Again, when you bring your knee, you don't want to cross over the right knee. So you'll just kind of rotate, pause for a few seconds. Inhale, open up. Exhale, rotate in. Inhale, open. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, open. 2 more. Inhale, open. Kind of going at your own pace here, nice and slow. Again, watching your foot rotation. You want to make sure that you're on the knife edge of your foot when you open out, and you're on the inside edge of your foot when you are bending in. Take a big breath here. Exhale, come back to center. Now I'll show you one more. So you want to get into 90-90, essentially, or approximately. So bend your left knee and have your left foot come next to your right thigh, and then bend your right leg so that your right foot is behind you. You might already feel really tight just sitting here. Then bring your hands right at heart center. Big breath in, lean towards your right side. Thoracic rotation up. Exhale back to center. Inhale, straighten. Inhale, twist. Exhale, lift. Inhale, center. Exhale, straighten. Let's do one more. Go ahead and switch sides. So now your right foot is in front. You might notice too, just doing this position, one hip feels a little tighter than the other. I definitely have that. Take a big breath in, tilt towards your left this time. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, straighten. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Go ahead and straighten out your legs. Rotate back in your mat if you move. And just pat them down. You're feeling a little more open. Take a big breath in. Arms out in front of you. Exhale. And take your time. Roll all the way down. If you want to do some forward, go slower. All the way to your mat. Take a big breath in. Squeeze your knees to your chest. You can do a quick little spinal twist to close. Maybe flopping your knees to your right. Taking a big breath in. Exhale, flop your knees to your left. Inhale here. Exhale back to center. Inhale, hug your knees to your chest, big squeeze. Exhale, melt, everything opens up. Shavasana, and final pose. Just for a few breaths to help re-regulate, come back to our intention, and rest. So take a big breath into your belly, into your heart. Exhale out your mouth. See if you can get that nice waterfall breath, almost like you're fogging a mirror on your exhale. So big breath into your belly, into your heart. Exhale out your mouth. One more. Inhale into your belly. Inhale into your heart. Exhale, waterfall breath. And pancake your hands of your heart, just reconnecting with your body. Thanking yourself for taking this time. Maybe briefly reconnecting with your intuition and your intention. Just checking in. How can you bring your intention to fruition even more throughout your day? Maybe inviting your intuition to share just one invitation, one task, one action, one mindset. Reach your arms up overhead, take a little stretch, puff up your chest. Exhale, roll onto your side. Maybe cuddle your head with your elbows. And slowly make your way up into a seat. Crossing your ankles. Maybe taking a moment. Big breath in, exhale out. I honor you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for taking this time for yourself. Hope you feel more limber, more awake, more energized. Namaste.